Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, after an absence of 1 week due to somewhat special circumstances, we are back with the official SmurfScup cast, which I bring you exclusively to the power of the internet. Welcome to SmurfCup Canyon number 368. I'm your host, Thomas Mengozi, aka G-Geek, and we will be switching in the game right now as we're approaching the T-minus 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Hello Mixu, thank you for joining in the cast today for this new edition of the SmurfScup. First SmurfCup of the month of September, a brand new map pack is out, which we're gonna have the time to discover. So then, if you are not familiar with what the SmurfCup is, here is the basic rundown. The SmurfCup itself is played in rounds mode across 7 maps. A player wins a map when he reaches a points tally of 180 points or more. All the points scored by all the players are tallied up to get the final rankings, and the players with the most points wins 6,000 planets out of the 20,000 that are at stake. So then, the map rotation for tonight is Circuit from Tired, followed then by FNG, that one guy, from Ibo, then Rake It Up from Bootifara, Sandesh from Racho, Silverado from Plaste, Lebensquelle from Hachin, and Nicht zum Verkehr geeignet from React. So then, as we are approaching to less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds before the start of the cup, let's actually check who is currently in there. We got a few players in there, actually. We got 18 players, with the return of Cloud, who has joined Team Door and left... actually has joined Team Door on a temporary basis, but still rocks the Hype Boys tag. Mr. SmurfCup, as I like to refer to him, unbeaten during the entire months of May and June 2019. Then we have Door 7 from the actual Team Door. Then we also got Krons, one of the main contenders in the top 5, the man from England for Team THC. Then we also got you, Mixu, hello, member of Team Smurf, a regular surprise contender in the top 5s, even as recently as the last two Smurf Cups editions. Then let's see, we also got Lance, currently on his own, without any team, having left Hype Boys, one of the main contenders for the win here. Then we also got Bootifara, one of the map makers who made Rake It Up, which is going to be played in 3rd place in the map rotation for this month. Then we got Zoledas Ahond, or aka Yalmer. Maxi from Stadium Team Oiseau Bleu, former member of Smurf. Then we got Jasper. Jostein also makes a return. We also got Trading for Stoners from TFS. We also got Manu, who's presumably another spectator. Dubwise Renzo is also in here, as I take the wrong man. There we go. Dubwise Renzo, one of the most recent followers of the channel. We got a few TFS members joining game with Medencio as well. We've got Real Space coming in to get a little sneak peek at what's happening in the Smurf Cup. Then we got Meister CZ from Team Lincoln. We also got Lex from Smurf. Been a while since I've actually seen Lex, to be perfectly honest with you. Go Lex, I believe in you. You can score some points. Then we got Coco in there. Also got Black Shadow, I presume it is. These are only spectators though, so we have to wait to see if they're actually joining in the game or not. So then, we currently have 21 players tonight, 2 minutes before the start of the cup. I'm hoping you guys are having a great weekend and that you're enjoying your time off. If you booked a few days off, or that you have taken up back to school this week, which is the case for most people in France, then I hope that your back to school week has been going pretty well and that you're not too tired. Otherwise, then, tough luck. But I'm here to actually kind of comfort you here with the cast. Hopefully I can retain the same amount of energy as I usually do. I do have a few notes for each of the maps. I haven't really played a lot of them off stream. I did play them on stream in the previous hours, so... yeah, I actually got a little bit of knowledge from all the maps. We'll see how that turns out in terms of what I can say and what I can't. So yeah, 1 minute 13 before the start of the cup. We're actually going to take a quick break, just a quick hydration break, and we'll be right back. And we are back. Sorry for the mic that didn't cut off there. So I'm presuming you can actually could actually hear me drinking, but that's okay. As we switch back to the in-game scene now. Here we go. Less than 30 seconds before the start of the cup, and we got Tilly who just joined in. Tilly Klaus, one of the long-standing members of the Smurf team. If I can actually find him. Or maybe he's not actually connected. There's a little bit of a delay between someone joining and the connection happening. So yeah, we got a total of 22 players as we're about to start the cup. Oh, actually it makes that 23 with Homage making his appearance in the server. Here we go then, on to map number 1 we go. The start of the night will be on Circuit from Tired. One of the most straightforward maps that I found. I found it to be the most straightforward map out of the entire map pack throughout my playtime. Only 4 to 5 drits are required depending on your skill level, and yeah, you will be able to see in some of the onboards that we have. We're gonna get a little bit of a sneak peek, but also don't worry about the no music. That's a feature of the map. This is yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that there isn't any. So yeah, let's actually follow Cloud a little bit here. Current world record held by Mibit with a 40.058. And the daily main record held by Cloud of 40.4212. So yeah, wide on entry, tight on the exit for the second corner here. Fully FS for this corner. On 2 wheels, and then initiate the drift. Or actually, Cloud with an interesting line with the FS. No, it doesn't work. You have to drift through this particular corner and this one as well. Those are the first 2 drifts to get back into the tunnel section. Then into CP4 they go. A full speed turn, straight to the car, over the hump. Then initiate the drift for this double apex left-hand turn. Clip the apexes really nicely. That's your 3rd drift, then a 4th drift to safe it here, and eventually a 5th one for the final set of corners, which we didn't see actually Cloud complete, but back into a tunnel section before it levels off and straight across the start-finish line. So we will be beginning in a short few seconds, but we're going to be spectating Krones for the beginning of this round. So then, excuse the last music. That is a feature of the map. Round 1, map 1. Underway. So then, it seems as though someone has got stuck in the start. We'll see who it is, who gets the whole shot. It is going to be Bootyflower who gets the whole shot to CP1, but then it's going to start to get back into the usual order. Cloud, React, Larens, and Krones battling for the top 4 positions. Cloud currently leading the front. At the front, now into the first bank corner they go. Cloud in front of Larens, React battling with Krones for P3. Krones actually being in the position of the chaser here and potentially overtaking React for P3, so he does. Cloud meanwhile having a little bit of a gap, 1.5 tenths in front of Larens. And to the final couple corners they go. The next drift turn, the 4th drift, and then comes the 5th drift to get over the line, and Cloud will retain his advantage and win the first round in front of Larens, Krones, React, Mixu, Zeehond, 7, and Bootyflower to complete your top 8. As everybody else is finishing the round, Harse finishing as well. Double Zero overtaking a couple people, finishing in P15. A couple people must have had either disconnects or failed at the finish line. Homage finishing in P19, trading for Stoners P17, Lex P16, Tilly Klaus P18. And so it is going to be Cloud who takes the early advantage with 50 points to his credit in front of Larens on 45 and Krones on 41. And we're going to be following the winner for this round. Really neat and tidy, going really close on the first apex here, going really wide on entry to go really tight on the exit, and then straighten it back out to go clip the apex before the second CP. Larens in front of Cloud in front of Cloud this time. 7 in battling with React for P2. Or P3 rather, and Krones also getting in the mix. Cloud overtaking Larens for P1. Larens with a little bit more momentum than Cloud though, and could potentially overtake him, but it goes a little bit wide. That's a bit risky from Larens, but actually seems to pay off with a bit more momentum that he gained. Over the final corners they go. Both drifting perfectly through. Cloud with a little bit of a more aggressive line, potentially getting... and Larens getting a little bit wide, and that's going to give the win to Cloud. Cloud finishes in front of Larens, Krones, React, Eric, 7, Harse, and Bootyflower. Harse making his first appearance in the top 8 as early as round 2 this time. Kudos to Harse for scoring a bunch of important points for the final ranking. So then, as everybody finishes their round, we're gonna see that Cloud has 100 points, Narens 90, and Kroon's third on 82. As we're gonna be following someone else. Let's see, let's follow Boutifara for this one, currently sitting in 8th place with 60 points. 2 points behind Eric and Zehon. Boutifara getting the whole shot in the first round, but with a bit of an odd line, and thus he jumps back down in 15th place. Meanwhile, Cloud and Narens are back at it again, battling for the lead. Homage also making a mistake as well, dropping down behind Boutifara, and Boutifara making a mistake of his own, and also drop. Oh, someone's making a huge 360 after that contact with the wall there. But let's actually try to check back in the front. Kroon's P5, React and Eric battling for the benefit of P3, React having the upper hand this time, then Cloud and Larens battling for the benefit of the lead here. Larens with a bit more momentum, oh, and a full stopping from Larens, that's gonna cost him dearly as Cloud crosses the line in first place in front of Eric, Kroons, Zehond, Mixu, Homage, 7 and Boutifara. It seems that React has made a mistake as well. He was battling with Eric for the benefit of P3, and which will soon become P2, and in the end, it seems as though he might have dropped out. Larens finishing in P17, Patrick in P18, React in P20 just behind Lex. Wow, we haven't seen the mistake from React, that's really unfortunate for him. Really, really unfortunate, and so far it is Cloud continues his streak of round wins, 150 points out of a possible 150 so far. Larens drops down to P4 after that mistake, and Kroons emerges in the runner-up spot on 123 points. Eric third on 107. Let's actually check on him for this round. Going really wide on the entry, going tight on the exit. Boutifara with a bit of an odd line getting the whole shot, but Eric glitches the wall as he emerges in third place, and so yeah, that is going to drop him down further the order. But as people make further and further mistakes, and as he gains momentum, he will be able to eventually get back into the top 10. Let's see here. There he goes, back into P9. Let's actually check on the leaders. Cloud, Larens, and Kroon actually fairly spaced out. Cloud having a 2/10 gap between him and Larens, and Kroon's a further 10th behind. Actually, Larens trying to make some inroads on Cloud's lead, but it seems as though it's not going to be enough, and Cloud will get the clean sweep. 200 points out of 200 gives him the round win, and he wins the round in front of Larens, Kroons, Mixu, Coco, Eric, React, and Solide Zehond. Lex finishing in P19, Tiliklas P17, Jasper P18, Arce P20, and yeah, the first map win of the night then for Cloud on 200 points. Kroons second on 164, and Larens third on 149. And your top 3 overall will be that exact top 3 after round 1. And we'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after map 1, Cloud getting the early lead with 200 points in front of Kroons second on 164. Larens completes the top 3 on 149, Eric 4th on 141, and completing the top 5 is Solide Zehond on 130. 6th is Mixu on 128, 7th on 124, 8th is React with 119, 9th Boutifara with 110, and completing the top 10 is Harse with 87 points. From 11th to 20th downwards are Jasper, The Wise Renzo, Homage, Maxi, Justine, Meister CZ, Trading for Stoners, Tilly Klaus, Madencio, and Lex. And from 21st to 24th downwards are Coco, Patrick, MR99, Mr. 99, and Corny Riegel. So then, FNG20 by That One Guy by Ibo, sorry. Current local record held by Mebe in the 49.744, and current Daily Mania record held by Suram with the 39.848. So then, let me check. So, really long, there's a really long FS corner that we just passed during the replay by Kroons here, where a really long sweeping left-hander where it can be passed pretty much all along in FS, plus a little bit of a tricky transition drift to 19 seconds in. Anyway, that's my notes. That's just my notes. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, map 2 about to get out of the way. We're going to be checking on Maxi for this round. Oh, as we see some people getting a little bit overconfident and getting off the cliff, and there's going to be Cloud who gets the whole shot as Trading for Stoners hits the wall, and Cloud will retain that first position. Let's actually try to check in on him if we can. Actually, let's check in on 7. So you can see here, and then here over that little hump, most people will try to go, I actually did try to go for a little bit of a transition, but most people tend to cancel out that drift. And then here is this long sweeping left-hander where everybody goes for the full speed almost. getting as much speed as they can, landing in a drift position, cancelling that out, and then over the jump to get the drift for the final few corners. And it is going to be Larens who wins the round in front of Coco, who made a surprise comeback. No, it is going to be Cloud in P2 in front of Coco, Mixu, Eric, 7, React, and Krons. Justine finishing his round. Jasper as well must have made a mistake, finishing in a lowly 23rd place with a 53.44. And so, yeah. So far, it is going to be then Larens who takes the early lead with 50 points. Cloud on 45, Coco on 41. That's actually checking on the Frenchman. One of the most recent winners of SmurfCup, having won edition number 361, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, 365. Sorry. Coco so far in the lead then, but now Cloud and 7 getting into the mix. Now it's the door 1, 2, 3 here as we head into this particular corner. Now onto CP6 and the long sweeping left hand full speed. It is Cloud and Coco currently battling for the lead with Mixer a little bit further behind. Coco emerging in the lead, now over the hump. The final corner coming up. Cancel out, close the apex. Oh, and actually Coco maces that, and Cloud will get the round win in front of him. And it is a door 1, 2, 3 as Cloud, Coco, and 7 monopolize the podium in front of Krons, React, Mixu, Eric, and Jasper. Interesting horn by Harse, finishing in P24. So then, Cloud will retake the lead. It seems as though Larens has made a huge mistake and will thus only score 26 points, dropping him down to P3 as Cloud and Coco pass by him. Cloud in the lead with 95 points. We're going to be checking in on Mixu for this round, currently sitting 5th in the map standings with 72 points. And he will cross the first checkpoint in 5th as the whole shot is gone by Coco, and it seems as though we got a really tight battle here for the first positions as we got React, Cloud, Coco, and Larens, as we also see Eric and Mixu getting in the mix potentially. Cloud and Coco battling in there, and Larens trying to play the troublemaker, but he glitches the inside of the wall again, and that's going to cost him really dearly as he drops out of the fight and potentially out of the top 10 fight. Coco also making a mistake, slowing down dramatically, and that's going to leave Cloud with a clean run to the flag potentially. And yes, he does. It is going to be a clean run for Cloud, who takes the second round win in front of Eric, React, Krons, Mixu, Zeehond, Butifara, and Jasper. Larens making another mistake in the second time of asking, and it seems as though he's dropped out of contention for the potential map win, as we see Cloud on 145 points now, within 35 points of clinching his second map. So we're going to be checking in a little bit further back with Zelida Zeehond, currently sitting in P9 with 84 points, actually 8th equal with 7. Cloud getting the whole shot in CP1. Let's see who gets it in CP2. As we see Yelmer finishing in P12, Cloud will get the whole shot again. Let's actually check if we can be on the leaders. Mixu getting into the fight for the top 3 here, and potentially for the lead. Coco overtaking Mixu actually for the benefit of P2. Cloud and Mixu actually staying fairly well as Coco goes really wide on that full speed corner, carrying as much momentum as he can. And it is going to be potentially beneficial. Oh, Cloud with a huge full stopping. That's going to drop him out of the fight. As Coco gets a much better line than Mixu, he will be able to take the round win in front of the finish. So, Coco, Mixu, Larens, React, Jasper, Zeehond, Butifar, and Chapelier, your top 8. The first appearance of Chapelier in the top 8. It seems as though the jinx has occurred yet again for Cloud, as he was in the lead of the map and within a round's grasp of actually bagging it, he has a huge mistake that drops him out. Only scoring 9 points. We're going to see a lead change here. Yes, Coco will emerge in front with 158 points, Cloud on 154. And it's going to be a battle between France and the Netherlands for map number 2. As we're going to be spectating Mixu a little bit here. Harse also staying fairly in the mix. Harse actually sitting in P4 right now and having a little bit of dropping a little bit of momentum compared to the other guys, but still remaining in a decent position, waiting to bounce on the others' mistakes. As we see Coco and Cloud battling with each other. The winner of this round will actually win the map. This is absolutely important and paramount for Cloud to win it if he is to continue his map win streak. Onto the final corner they go. Oh, Coco making maybe a bit of a mistake. No, it actually is Cloud who will be the defeated, and Coco will win map number 2 with 208 points. He wins the round in front of Cloud, React, Mixu, Eric, Harse, 7, and Kroons. Really good showing by Harse, by the way. He was really on it, and he will be potentially looking to break into the top 10, as we're gonna see here. Oh, just short. 12 of the 113. Anyways, 208 points gave Coco the map win in front of Cloud on 199 and Mixu on 191. After two maps then, Cloud on 399 is your leader in front of Kroons on 326 and Mixu on 319. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after two maps, Cloud's still your leader with 399 points in front of Kroons on 326 and Mixu on 319. Eric is 4th on 310, and completing the top 5 is React on 307. 6th is Larens with 302, 7 is 7th with 268, Zehon is 8th with 263, 9th is Butifara with 252, and completing the top 10 is Coco on 244. From 11th to 20th downwards are Jasper, Harse, Maxi, Dubwise, Renzo, Homage, Justine, Meister CZ, Training for Stoners, Madencio, and Klaus. From 21st to 25th downwards are Lex, Chapelier, Corny Riegel, Patrick, and Mr. 99. So then, as we see the lovely replay cam here, we are on Rake It Up by Butifara. The second turn here is driven, as you can see here from the replay of Mixu, a very tricky uphill ramp transition where the earlier you're trying to get off the ramp to get the better line, the more risky it is, and you could actually be very likely hitting the wall on the exit, as we see there, followed by a big jump right here onto the final couple of corners, and the final U-turn here, a really tight uphill as they go straight into the finish. And we're going to be changing to our regular chase cam here. Current world record here by Mebe with a 45.452, and current Daily Mania record, faster than the local record here, held by Suram with a 45.422. So let's actually check in on Max on Training for Stoners for this round, driving the stadium car. Interestingly, for the third map of tonight. The whole shot currently got by Butifara on home ground, as we see a lot of people making mistakes left, right, and center. Harse also making one as well. Larens is going to be the one who gets the whole shot after CPs 2 and 3. Let's actually check in on someone who's closer to the lead. Cloud battling with Mixu and Larens. Here is your top 3. Larens, Cloud, Mixu. Then following Butifara and Eric. Cloud trying to make an inroads on Larens, battling with Mixu and disposing of Mixu for P2. And now getting to fight with Larens on P1. And it seems as though the battle is really tough between these two, but a little clip from Larens is going to allow Cloud to get in front and take advantage of that mistake to pull out a little bit of a lead as they go into the final corner. It is going to be Cloud who wins the first round in front of Mixu, Butifara, React, Kroons, Larens, who must have made another mistake. He dropped down to P6, then Coco and Soyhons complete your top 8. Justine finishing in P13, Homage completing the top 10, Harse in P19 after that early mistake. Maxi P17, Klaus P16, Eric P15. Everybody else finishing their round. Lex will be able to rally the finish, albeit in 23rd place. So then, Cloud getting the early lead after his early lead in this map. 50 points in front of Mixu on 45 and Butifara on 41. Let's actually check in on React for this round. So then, the whole shot by Eric this time round. React finishing in P7 as they cross CP1. Onto this turn they go. React back into the top 5 after CP2, battling with Coco for P4, and he gets P4 as Coco got a little bit of a ragged exit from that particular corner. Cloud in the lead in front of React, Mixu, Larens, and Coco as they entered CP4. Larens battling with React for the benefit of P3. Mixu in the mix as well. That could be potentially a battle for P2 here. And it's going to be Larens who makes the first move, trying to overtake Mixu for P2. But Mixu manages to fend off his attack. And as they go into the jump, it looks as though Cloud has got a bit of a buffer, and a bit of a safe buffer actually, to cruise for the round win and secure it. And it seems as though Mixu and Larens is going to be battled to the line. It is going to be Cloud in front of Mixu, Larens, React, Coco, Butifara, Kroons, and Jasper. Really strong defense by Mixu. Well done on that one, man. Really great to see you finishing really high in the standings. And so it is going to be Cloud on 100 points as of round 2. Mixu second on 90 points, and it seems as though Butifara will retain P4. We'll have to see. Yeah, Larens is landing a lowly P6, and yeah, it seems as though it's a two-way tie for P4, and it's React who gets ahead of both of them by 1 point with 76. So we're going to be checking in on Jasper a bit further behind. Oh, Jasper already clouding the wall on the exit, so that's going to be dropping him down a lot of places. Down to 21st, and it is Mixu who's going to get the lead, and it's actually battling with Cloud here. Currently, Mixu in the lead. This is actually absolutely astonishing performance from the Smurf player as he battles with one of the very best in the business to wrestle away his advantage. As Cloud gets a bit of a ragged exit, that's going to give potentially the opportunity for Mixu to overtake him, and so he does. Now it's all about retaining that advantage. Can he make it? Can he keep Cloud at bay? It seems as though Cloud is back waiting to pounce. Oh, and Mixu is going to be the first to crack, and that's going to be Cloud who takes the map round win once again in front of Mixu, Eric, Larens, Coco, Zehond, Homage, and React. Homage making his first appearance in the top 8 as well. Sorry if I kind of jinxed it for you, Mixu, but that was awesome to see you battling for the lead with Cloud. That was amazing. Don't be discouraged. You'll get it, man. So then, Cloud on 150 points. 30 points away from clearing it, and just 1 round win away from his second map clean sweep. Mixu in second place on 135, and Larens back up to third on 113, but being past React. Let's actually check in on Eric. The whole shot will be for Butifara once again on home ground. As they cross CP2, it is going to be Larens who gets the whole shot. Eric down in P9, React in P6. It's actually checking on Larens a little bit here. Larens having dropped down a few places, challenged by Cloud and Butifara. Mixu also in the mix as well. Well, albeit a little bit further down, Butifara got overtaken by Larens for P2, and now it's going to be a battle between these two. Oh, and Larens making a huge mistake, clouding the wall on the inside. That's going to drop him out of the top 5, and potentially out of the top 10 here, as we see people passing left, right, and center. He's currently down in P8, and it's so going to be it's going to be Cloud versus Mixu once again, but it seems as though Cloud has got a bit of a safe buffer here, and Mixu has failed to drift, and that's going to drop him down to a lot of places as well. And there's going to be Cloud who gets the clean sweep once again in front of Coco, Eric, Butifara, Larens, Jasper, React, and Kroons. Mixu finishing just shy in P9. What happened, mate? So then, 200 points out of the full 200. Cloud wins his second map of the night. So then, 200 points give Cloud the map win in front of Mixu on 163 and Larens on 149. 30 cool with Coco. After 3 maps, here is your current top 3. Cloud first on 599, Mixu second on 482, and Larens third on 451. We're gonna check the full standings right after the map switch. So then, after 3 maps, 599 points for the leader, Cloud. Second is Mixu with 42, Larens third with 451, React fourth with 445, and completing the top 5 is Kroons with 438. Sixth is Eric with 436, 7th is Coco with 393, 8th is Zehon with 373, 9th is 7 with 366, and 1 point behind completing the top 10 is Butifara on 365. From 11th to 28th downwards are Jasper, Harse, Maxi, Dumways Renzo, Homage, Training for Stoners, Justine, Tilly Klaus, Meister Season, and Lex. From 21st to 25th downwards are Medencio, Chapelier, Corny Regal, Patrick, and Mr. 99. So then, on to map number 4, the midway map, Sandesh by Ratcho Volker. Again, I said it before and I say it again. Whenever you hear the name Ratcho in the whenever you hear Ratcho in as being a map maker, you can always expect there to be some sort of momentum conservation theme going on, and it is exactly the case with this map. With except with a little bit of a couple of narrow passes of tarmac in the dirt, plus a crucial jump midway through the map, where it is really important to shift the momentum of the car towards the left-hand side to actually prepare for the next corner for the drift, and there's also another drift U-turn at the final map, towards the final corner of the map. So then, Current world record held by Cloud with a 43.405. 43.405 for the local record, and the daily menu record held by Suram with a 43.385. So then, we are going to be checking on, let's see, let's actually check in on Lex for this round. We haven't seen much of Lex, actually. So then, downhill, right hand onto this platform turn, and much of people cutting the bump, including Lex. There's a bit of a bump there that people tend to get caught out on, and that's going to cost him dearly. You can't attack really early on the downhill. Lesson learned. Maxi down in P17 so far. Mixu having got the whole shot, and it is going to be Cloud who emerges in the lead battle in front of Larence, Eric, Coco, and Mixu. And as you can see in the jump here, Cloud shifting the momentum and preparing his car by making it pitch towards the left-hand side of the course, preparing for the left-hander that was coming up. Onto the jump here, past the girders, and his Cloud still retaining a bit of advantage in front of Eric, Larence, Mixu, and Kroons, and it is looking like he will be untouchable and will take the advantage once again for the early lead. It is going to be Cloud, your round winner for map 4, round 1, in front of Larence, Eric, Kroons, React, Mixu, Jasper, and 7. Meister CZ coming up towards the jump. It will be kind of tight for him to get towards the finish. Same goes for Lex. It seems as though this is only unlikely to make it, as Lex and Meister CZ make a mistake. No, they will not be able to score any points. So then, the early lead again to Cloud with 50 points. Larence on 45 and Eric on 41. Let's actually check in someone within the top 10 we haven't seen much. Jasper. Onto the downhill they go. People try to attack a little bit too early. Yes, they do. It is actually the case of Maxi, which we saw the name kind of flicking off the screen, and it is going to be Cloud who gets the whole shot after CP1. Really unfortunate for Maxi getting the bump, trying to attack a little bit too early there. Eric getting the whole shot in CP2, and it's going to be a battle between Coco, Eric, Larence, and Cloud as we're going to be following them. Cloud currently in the lead by less than a tenth in front of Larence. Now more than 2 tenths actually. He's managed to pull a little bit of a gap in a very short space of time. That's actually trying to check in on Coco here. Coco sitting a little bit further from the lead fight here, as we see Larence trying to make inroads on Cloud, and actually Coco going very wide, letting Mixu through for 3rd place, and Coco hitting the wall twice. That's going to drop him out of the top 5 fight and can potentially drop him out of the top 10, as we see Mixu trying to overtake 7 for P3, and it seems as though he's not that happen. Cloud will win round 2 in front of Larence, 7, Mixu, Kroons, Jasper, Coco managing to get P7 in the end, and Harse completing your top 8. Toledo Zehon finishing in P17, Klaus P16, Coney Riegel P15, Lex P14, Dubboys Renzo finishing in P19, Meister CZ at P18, as we see Maxi doing the little drive of shame to the finish, finishing in P20, completing the top 20. So then, 100 points for Cloud, 90 for Larence in 2nd place, and Kroons 3rd on 74. Let's actually check in on Chapelier here, who's put a couple of strong performances in a couple of rounds, and is currently in a pretty interesting position. Really, I'd really like to see like some of the outsiders actually making a bit of an impact here. Chapelier currently sitting in P8, potentially P9 or P10 after that little bit of a blunder from the timing stands. Yeah, P10. Cloud currently the lead. Chapelier making a few mistakes, dropping further 2 places to Harse and Jasper. It seems as though, yeah, he will not be able to repeat the good score that he had the past few rounds. So then Cloud currently in the lead, 2 tenths in front of Larence, and Eric battling with Larence for P3, actually Mixu for P2. Really great heroics seeing from Mixu here, battling with the fellow Finn, and it seems as though Eric is getting back in the fight as well. But it won't happen. Cloud again, round winner, round 3. Cloud in front of Larence, Eric, Mixu, 7, React, Jasper, and Boutifara, completing your top 8. 150 points yet again for Cloud. 1 more round win for his 3rd clean sweep of the night. Marsoul will not be able to score any points since he's a little bit too far away from the finish than he should be. Yeah, only just. He will not be able to score any points. 150 for Cloud. 135 for Larence, 110 for Mixu, who moves up to 3rd. Let's actually check in on Kroons a little bit. We haven't seen a little bit of him. We haven't seen yet for a while. As we see a few people attacking the corner here. Whoa, nice jump here from Corny Riegel. As we're going to be checking the first checkpoint, it is going to be Eric who gets the whole shot, battling with Coco. And it seems as though Eric will retain the advantage. No, it is going to be Coco who actually overtakes Eric to take the lead. Kroon's so far sitting in a lonely P15. Oh, and actually Chili Claus having made a huge mistake, it seems. And so we're going to try to get back onto the lead. It seems as though Cloud has emerged back in its rightful spot, but actually faces challenge from Coco. The Frenchman is not giving up without a fight. Cloud and Coco then battling for the lead as we see Eric is standing a little bit further behind, waiting to pounce on each other's mistakes. Coco and Cloud is going to be really nip and tuck between the two. Cloud having a little bit of advantage as they go into the final turn. It seems as though the third clean sweep of the night is on the way for Cloud, and he will get it. Fourth round win for Cloud in front of Coco, Eric, Larens, React, Zeehond, Seven, and Harse. As Marceau will be able to finish in the points, and Cloud getting a new personal best with a 53.474 the previous round. That kind of passed me by. I'm really sorry, guys. And yeah, map 4 is done and won by Cloud, his third map win of the night and his third clean sweep of the night. 200 points to give him the win in front of Larens on 173 and Eric on 149. As map 4 extends, here's your top 3 then. 799 points for Cloud in the lead, then 624 points for Larens in second, and Mixu third, 6 points behind. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. After map 4, Cloud still in the lead with 799. Second is Larens with 624, Mixu third with 618, Eric fourth with 585, and completing the top 5 is Kroons with 562. React 6th with 551, Coco 7th with 514, 7 and 8th with 505, 9th Zeon with 471, and completing the top 10 is Jasper with 452. From 11th to 20th downwards are Boutifara, Harse, Maxi, Homage, Dubwise Renzo, Trading for Stoners, Justine, Klaus, Chapelier, and Meister CZ. From 21st to 27th downwards are Lex, Madencio, Corny Riegel, Patrick, MR99, SmurfScup, and Marsoul. On to map number 5 then, which is Silverado from Plasta. With a bit of a tricky jump transition. Actually, here comes one of the parts that I really liked in this map, which is a really fast dirt part, which is then followed by a short road section with a bit of a momentum shift here, going to the right. Then we go up to the wall ride section, which is basically just a wall ride U-turn. Be careful of the lip here on the way by. And here we are onto the final section of the map with a final turn being entirely full speed. Current local record held by Cloud with a 56.991 and current Datamania record held by Coco with a 57.180. So then, everybody finishing the warm-up rounds. As we will be checking in on, let's see, let's actually check in a bit of a different perspective with Meister CZ. As we enter the first round of map 5. Here we go then, downhill in the first turn. As they head into the first checkpoint, who's going to get the whole shot? It is going to be Cloud who gets the whole shot. Meister CZ getting a little bit wide, and that's going to drop him a few places. And actually, he's going to get him back by overtaking Lex and Marceau, then drop him down immediately after that. So then, it is going to be Cloud in the whole shot P after CP2. Let's actually check in on him a little bit. Here he goes, Cloud in the lead, 2/10 in front of React. If we can actually get a little bit of a picture from here, let's actually check. Yep, there he is. React sitting in P2 in front of Kroons, Larens, and 7. Cloud in a league of his own right now with over 3/10 of a gap between him and second place. Now making that 4/10. He's pulling in a gap pretty steadily and consistently, and he is actually running away with this one over half a second now as React makes a mistake and takes overtaken by Larens, 7, Kroons, and Coco, and it is going to be Cloud who takes the round win by, let's see, round win by almost a second from Larens. Following then are Kroons, Coco, 7, React, Maxi, and I haven't seen the last one, Mixu. There you go. Sorry, Mixu. And it seems as though we have a new Datamania record with a 57.108 for Cloud. So then, Cloud getting the early lead yet again with 50 points. Laren second on 45, Kroons third on 41. As we're going to be checking in on, let's see, 7 for this round. They head downhill and towards the left, towards the first CP, and it's going to be Cloud who gets the whole shot. 7 currently sitting in P6 after they cross the CP. Cloud emerging in the lead again. Battling with Coco and Larens. Larens trying to overtake Cloud. The fight is really nip and tuck between these two. Oh, and 7 making a bit of a mistake, clouding the wall on the inside. That's going to drop him out of the fight for the top 10 and even the top 20 even. Let's actually see after he crosses his checkpoint. That's going to be dropping him down in 14th place actually. So that's a bit of a recovery drive for him, awaiting him. Now, Cloud, Coco, and Larens are top 3. Now, Coco and Larens trying to keep Cloud honest. Cloud not having as much of a safe gap as he had before. Now he's going to have to give it everything he's got. Onto the final sections they go. The final 2 turns coming up. It is going to be Cloud who manages to win by over 0.3 of a second in front of Coco, Larens, Kroons, Eric, React, Jasper, and Bootifara. Everybody is finishing their round. Marceau finishing P22. Meister CZ not even bothering finishing. It seems no, it seems as though he had already finished. P23 for him. No, he hasn't crossed the finish. He is VMing and will not cross the line. Patrick not scoring any points. 100 points for Cloud in front of Larens on 86 and Coco on 83. So we're going to be checking in on Bootifara for this round. Bootifara getting really close to the cliff face on the inside of the first corner. And it is going to be Cloud who gets the whole shot once again. Bootifara in P7. Oh, 7 making a huge mistake and taking the corner, truly clouding the wall on the inside. And that's going to be really detrimental to his performance. Bootifara in P6 after CP2, and it is going to be Cloud who emerges in the lead battle, as we see Mixu also in the mix for a potential P3 finish. Let's actually check in on him a little bit. Here is Mixu currently sitting in P4, watching the battle from afar between Larens and Coco, while Cloud is trying to run away with it. He's currently pulling a gap to Larens, going really low here for this U-turn. After CP6, 0.3 of a second between Cloud and Larens. Coco in P3, Mixu in P4. It seems that the standings won't change. Oh, do they? Larens making a huge mistake, gifting P3 to Mixu and P2 to Coco. Cloud winning once again with a 57 dead, an improvement on his previous Daily Mania record, a perfect 57. So Cloud, Coco, Mixu, Kroons, Bootifara, React, Eric, and Maxi. I have my wrong caps lock. Shit. Anyways, holy hell, Cloud. That was quite a performance. Only 9 thousandths away from his personal best. And we enter into the potential final round and the potential 4th clean sweep of the night for what I like to call Mr. Smurf Cup. But CP1 they go. Cloud again in the lead. Following Kroons here, trying to pick up a few spots where he can. Potentially dropping into the top 10. There you go. Sitting in P9, battling with 7 for P8. And there he goes. Oh, actually passing React. Oh, there's a lot of people trying to go really ambitiously over the line. Ooh, someone has a full spot pick. We haven't really seen who that was yet. And Cloud currently is pulling away once again. He is really running away with it. It was Coco who made a mistake. He's down in P12. And it seems as though Cloud is going to run. Ooh, Bootifara making a mistake as well. No, it was Procoli actually, sorry. Procoli making a mistake and clouding the wall on the inside. That's going to promote Eric to P2 and Mixu to P3, but Cloud is going to be in a league of his own. He is in a league of his own since the start of the night. He will take his 4th consecutive round win and his 4th clean sweep of the night with a 57.562. Cloud in front of Eric, Mixu, Jasper, Kroons, 7, React, and Bootifara for your top 8 of round 4. And so, another map, another clean sweep for Cloud. The 4th clean sweep of the night. For him then, 200 points will give him the round win, as we see Samurai King a little bit too far behind. He will not be able to score any points as he's too far away from the finish. So then, 200 points for Cloud, who will win the map in front of Coco on 156 and Kroons on 153. After 5 maps, then here is your top 3. Cloud first on 999, Mixu second on 758, and Larens third, 10 points behind. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. So after 5 maps, Cloud in the lead, just shy of 1,000 points in front of Mixu on 758, Larens on 748, Eric 4th on 718, and completing the top 5 is Kroons on 715. 6th is React with 685, Coco 7th with 670, 7 is 8th with 625, Jasper 9th with 561, and completing the top 10, Solide Zeehond with 555. From 11th to 20th downwards are Bootifara, Harse, Maxi, Homage, Dubwise Renzo, Justine, Tilly Klaus, Training for Stoners, Meister CZ, and Lex. From 21st to 27th downwards are Madencio, Chapelier, Corny Riegel, Verschox, Patrick, Marsul, and Mr. 99. On to map number 6, Lebensquelle by Hatchin, current local record held by Hatchin himself, the map maker himself, with a 42.706, and current daily mini record held by Suram, with a 42.693. So then, Lebensquelle, there's only one thing I could say, it is going to be a pretty tricky corner that we actually just passed. There's a pretty tricky corner before the hairpin you saw, where you could actually try to initiate the drift onto the dirt, but then you have to cancel out because of the way the corner twists uphill. It's actually a double apex uphill turn, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. So then we're going to be checking on the map, the perspective of actually Suram, who's joined it a little bit late, it seems. Yeah, Suram has just joined the server, so we're going to be checking the perspective from the world record holder. Auto drift transition here, it is going to be Teleklaus who gets the whole shot, but now it is going to be back to the usual suspects, or actually Prokoli putting up a good bit of a fight, and it is going to be Suram who takes the lead, and that could be the one who prevents Cloud from getting any more full sweeps as he emerges into the lead. But Cloud is not giving up though, he is battling with Norwegian, and it's going to be him in the lead, 7,000s in front after CP4. Cloud with a bit of a different line from Suram. Suram getting a little bit more momentum than the Dutchman. Overtaking him over the past corners, over the line. It is going to be Suram who gets it. Yes, it is. Suram finishing in front of Cloud, Mixu, Larens, 7, Coco, Prokoli, and React. The flying Norwegian has come to stop the flying Dutchman. There he is then, Suram winning his first round of the night. 12 first place finishes in a row. Interesting stat from Real Space, thank you. 12 first place, 12 round wins in a row for Cloud. That streak has come to an end with Suram taking the early lead with 50 points, Cloud on 45, Mixu on 41, as we're going to be checking in on Kroons for the beginning of this round, currently sitting in P9 with 28 points. After CP1 was trading for Stoners who got the whole shot, Kroons deep in the middle of the pack, actually emerging a little bit further ahead now. In P7 after CP2, let's actually check in if he can actually make a bit more time. It seems as though it's going to be a pretty difficult going for Kroons, trying to gain as much places as he can. It seems as though Cloud has emerged back into the lead in front of Suram. Let's actually check in on the battle here, and it's going to be Cloud who will take the round win unless a mistake happens. It can actually happen, but no. Cloud will even hit out with Suram, one round win each. So Cloud in front of Suram, Larens, Coco, Kroons, React, Eric, and Jasper. Corny Riegel getting towards the finish and finishing in P28. So then, 95 points each for Suram. Shared lead as we enter into round 3 of map 6. Larens sitting in 3rd with 79 points, Coco 4th in 72, and Mixu 5th on 69. So then, Eric currently sitting in P8 with 58 points. How does he cope? It seems as though he's emerged in a pretty good spot. He's in the battle for the lead right here with Suram and Cloud. Getting a little bit wide into that corner though, drops down to P3. but he remains in the right group. He could potentially pick up the spoils in case one of them makes a mistake and grab some valuable points. It seems as though Cloud and Suram are really not giving themselves any space whatsoever. Look at Cloud trying to get himself in front and pull himself a gap between... Oh, and Suram making a mistake, and that's going to be the first to crack and give Eric second place. Cloud will then win in front of Eric, Coco, Larence, React, Suram, Krons, and Maxi. Good job by Maxi for the recovery, by the way, finishing in P8 this round. Top notch. Justine finishing in P23. SmurfScup P20. So then, Cloud getting back in front on 145 points. Suram on 129, Larence on 117. It may not be a full sweep, but this might be his 5th map win of the night if Cloud can make it. Spectating Larence now. It's getting really close and trying to pull as much. Oh, and going really wide. Oh, actually Procoli making a bit of a mistake and flipping to hell and back, and that's going to drop him down a lot of places. Larence also down in P18 as a result of that earlier mistake. That's actually checking on Cloud and Suram, battling again with each other. It's a pretty important round. Well, actually, no, it isn't, because Suram will only score 50, whereas Suram will score 50, but will be just 1 point shy of potentially challenging for the win. But it doesn't matter, as Cloud will potentially overtaking him across the line. It is going to be Cloud who wins it. Let's see. No, it is going to be actually Suram gets the last round of the night because Cloud has enough points. Suram in front of Cloud, Krons 7, Mixu, Procoli, Coco, and I haven't seen the 8th. It is React. Sorry. But anyways, 190 points gives Cloud his 5th map of the night. May not be a clean sweep, but it is still a pretty sweet victory. Suram just shy on 179 points will get in 2nd place in the end, and Larence 3rd equal with Coco on 145. As we're going to be entering into the final map, then here is your top 3. Cloud in the lead with 1189 points in front of Larence on 893 and Mixu on 879. We'll check the full standings right after the map switch. As we enter into the final map, then Cloud currently in the lead. 5 map wins out of 6 so far, with 1189 points. Larence in 2nd place with 893 points. Mixu 3rd with 879. This is going to be a pretty interesting battle to follow, the battle for P2. 4th is Krons with 852. Completing the top 5 is Eric with 349. 6th equal are React and Coco with 815. 7 is 8th with 739. And then 9th is Jasper with 641, and completing the top 10 is Zehorn with 631. From 11th to 20th downwards are Butifara, Maxi, Harse, Homage, Doughboys Renzo, Trading for Stoners, Tilly Klaus, Justine, Madencio, and Meister CZ. From 21st to 30th downwards are Lex, Corny, Rigel, Chapelier, Suram, Procoli, Burschcox, Marsoul, Patrick, Mr. 99, and Samurai King. Onto the final map we go then. Nicht zum Verkehr geeignet from React, current local record held by Cloud with a 50.438, and current Dedimania record held by Suram with a 50.354. This map is the most technical of the bunch, hence its placement in the queue and the fact that it is playing last, and a bit of a tricky uphill start as it winds its way towards the right hand side in a really tight section of road. It is really paramount that you correct your drift every so often to be able to stay in the middle. Fair to say, Cloud doesn't really have any challenge to worry about, and he can be safely crowned your SmurfCup champion. But as we enter map 7 then, here we go. This is effectively the battle for 2nd place. We're going to be checking in then between Larence and Mixu. We're going to be checking in on the ladder for now. Mixu currently down in P8 as Suram gets the whole shot. It is going to be then Cloud back in the lead. Where is Larence? No, there is Larence. He got passed by Mixu. That could potentially be a crucial moral victory. That could be really the thing to spur Mixu on for a top 2 finish. Currently battling with Butifara for P7. as they are going to enter into the second half of the course with a really tricky drift turn. And here comes Larenz back, overtaking Mixer for P9. Larenz going a little bit wide, a little bit further up the quarter pipes, potentially getting a little bit more momentum in, and it is going to be Larenz who finishes ahead of Mixu. Larenz P8, Mixu P10. Cloud winning the round in front of Coco, React, Kroons, Illenium, Suram, Procoli, and Larenz. Justin finishing down in P19 after gaining a few places. Boutifara down in P23. Homage finishing the round as well. Marsu finishing in P26. So we're going to be checking in on the leader in just a little bit. Cloud getting the early lead with 50 points. And Coco second on 45. React third on 41. As we're going to be checking on the newly crowned SmurfCup champion. 1100, more than 1200 points scored for him then, as he enters into the second round of map 7. Mixu emerging in P3 and ahead of Larenz, which is pretty good to see. Actually, Larenz is back towards the... Oh, the standings are changing so much, it's really hard to keep up. It's going to be Cloud and Suram for the lead then, as it is going to be Cloud who tries to overtake Suram. Suram just 0.002 of a second in front of Cloud, but it's going to be Cloud who gets the better momentum and overtakes him. It's really nip and tuck between these guys. Larenz also in the mix for P3 and potentially P2 and potentially the lead. Going to be interesting to see here. Suram currently having the advantage over Cloud. Suram with a bit of an airtime. That wasn't really what he needed. It's going to be maybe dropping down, but actually he's got momentum. The Cloud's going to be over the line, and Cloud makes a mistake. And it's going to be Suram who gets the round win in front of Larenz, Cloud, Kroons, Coco, React, Illenium, and Eric. So, no 6 out of 7 clean sweeps for Cloud. The number will stay on 5. Corny Riegel getting to the finish in P27. So then, Cloud still in the lead in front of Suram on 84, and Coco third on 81. As we'll be checking in on Illenium for this round, who has just joined in the final map. Currently sitting in P5 after checkpoint 1 in the whole shot. Let's actually see how he stacks up. He's currently sitting in P3 and actually emerging in the battle with Cloud. That's really interesting to see. Illenium, one of the late joiners, putting up a fight just like Suram did last map round. Cloud, Illenium, and Larenz are top 3, as we see Coco getting into the mids as well. React a little bit further behind. Cloud so far getting himself a little bit of a buffer. Oh, Illenium getting really squirrely, and that's going to be an unfortunate end for him. And it seems as though Cloud has got the win. Suram is way behind now. Cloud in front of Coco than it is in front of React, Mixu, Utifara, React, Zehond, and 7. It seems as though Larenz has made a mistake. What happened to him? I haven't seen what happened to Larenz. That's really unfortunate. He won't be scoring as much points as he potentially thought he would score. So then, 141 points for Cloud, who enters the final round of the map. Let's see, Larenz only scoring 28. It's still remaining in 5th place on 103 points. So then, as we're going to be spectating the winner of this particular Smurf Cup, Cloud, in a league of his own, picking up 5 clean sweeps out of 7 possible. Only denied by Coco and Suram. And on his way to take the 6th map win out of 7 that night. Here he goes. Firmly in the lead with over 0.3 of a second between him and Illenium. Onto the dirt section he goes. Quarter pipe coming up. And onto the final section, the final few turns. And the Flying Dutchman, Mr. SmurfCup himself, has returned. Cloud wins the round in front of Illenium, Reacts, Kroons, 7, Suram, and Larenz, and Boutifara. And so, your SmurfsCup number 368 champion, your opening champion for the month of September is Cloud. GG's. GG's to everyone involved. Holy cow. So then, the final standings will be looked at after the map switch, but until then, 1,380 points will give Cloud the win for SmurfsCup 368. So then, here are your final standings for SmurfsCup number 368. An absolutely dominant performance from Cloud, who gets the win easily with 1,380 points to his account. Second place goes to Larens after last map battle with Mixu on 1,028 points. Only Cloud and Larens have made it past the 1,000 points barrier. Honorable mention for Mixu then, with a stellar performance to score third place with 991 points. Fourth is Krons with 986. Fifth is React with 972. Sixth, Coco with 965. Seventh, Eric with 941. Eighth is Seven with 859. Ninth is Zolita Zehond with 739. And completing the top 10 is Jasper with 705. 11th, Putifaro with 702. Maxi 12 with 636. 13th, Hase with 616. Dubwise Renzo 14th with 456. Tilly Klaus 15th with 418, TFS Trading for Stoners with 414, 1 point in front of Homage in 17th with 413, Justine 18 with 394, Madencio 19th with 333, and completing the top 20 is Meister CZ with 319. Then we go into the more irregular point scorers. Suram, who joined in map 6, 21st with 319, in front of Lex, who played all the maps with 308. 23rd, Corny Riegel with 253, Chapeli 24th with 225, Broccoli 25th with 141, Firstcox 26th with 114, Marsul 27th with 116, 28th, Illenium with 113. Only 28 players have made it past the 100-point barrier. And then 29th, Patrick with 83, Samurai King completing the top 30 with 36, Mr. 99 31st with 24, 32nd, Seb Dark Horse with 18, 33rd, Arpard with 17, and the last point scorer, Ogild to Ogiid with 4 points in 34th, sorry, and last place. There you have it then. SmurfsCup number 368 is done, and what a kickoff to the month of September it has been. This man right there, Cloud, has been in an absolute world of his own, completely from another planet, as he's shown in the performances, claiming 6 map wins out of 7. Only map 2 fell out of his grasp and got to Coco, and 5 map full sweeps out of 7. Don't worry, Dubwise, there will be a VOD coming up. There will be the VOD coming up tomorrow. Just the time for me to get the timestamps and whatever. Don't worry about it, the VOD will be up on YouTube. If you want to know whenever this goes live, !Discord, and whenever this goes live and whenever I go live, click the follow button and hit the bell. That's how you can get notified whenever I go live for Trackmania streams. And if you want to discuss technology, motorsports, Trackmania more, and also get the links to the VODs and whatever, !Discord in chat to get an invite link to my personal Discord channel. We're a small community that we're trying to build up. And yeah, hopefully the grind will continue and the hustle will be on the way upwards. So then, as I was saying, Cloud, 5 full sweeps, 6 map wins out of a possible 7, 1,380 points, an absolute madman score for Cloud. Consider following, seriously, if you want to follow more casts like this, guys, consider following, because also you kind of help support the hustle from a boy who's just trying to get into Twitch streaming as a hobby and trying to make and potentially, hopefully make hopefully make it one of the things that he can actually live with. Well, that's a bit of an end goal in itself, but I've been really happy to cast this Smurf Cup. Yes, yeah, I actually saw you follow. Sorry, Dubwise, I completely forgot about that, but thank you for following and supporting the hustle. Anyways, as I switch to the... Oh no, the audio sync doesn't work. Hold on, let me fix this. Huh? Hey, waveform. So yeah, there you go, SmurfsCup number 368. It was a really a pleasure to cast after a week hiatus. To be fair, here's the real reason why I didn't stream last week. It was because of the events that unfolded at Spa-Francorchamps that weekend with the loss of Antoine Hubert that kind of affected me, even though I didn't really know him personally. When you lose a driver, and potentially, especially like a young talent like him, who was on the way to Formula 1, it always kind of affects you, especially when it's someone from your country. And so I did still kind of was affected by this and didn't really want to stream there because I didn't really feel like it. So there, you got the reason exposed. But then everything's all good. Blank slate for this month, new map pack, and I'm so excited to see the rest of the Smurf Cups, which will be casted for this month right here on this channel, twitch.tv/TMGgeek. Anyways, that's it. That's been it for me then. But until then, where's the scene? There it is. Thank you for watching. See you next week for SmurfsCup number 369. Mark the date, September the 14th, 2019. At 8 o'clock, SmurfsCup number 369. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you all next time. Godspeed, people!